What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. How you doing, guys? Can somebody give me a thumbs up if you guys can listen to me? All right, there you go. Thank you, Darius. Um, I was gonna wait for a couple of guys to connect, but I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of my guns. There you go. That's a couple of Glocks right there. That's a 17 on a Recover Tactical 19X. There you go. 57, 57 Ruger. And that's the rifle right there. Crank in the background. 7.62. 7.5 inches. All right, guys. I'm not too experienced on this live things, but I do been on YouTube for a while. I've been doing videos for a while, around 5 years already. If you haven't known me yet, please check out my channel, Guns R Us 777, and I have a bunch of videos and reviews and um, gun collection videos also. I have a couple of videos with modifications on guns. There we go. That's a little bullpup right there with a modified 20 round. Shorty right there, 5 inches, 300 blackout with Aero Precision lower. None of my ARs are bought from factory. They're all built. All right. And that's a Bear Creek Arsenal right there. We're gonna be talking about that one a little bit too. I have bought the upper receiver, and I did change a couple of parts. I can't touch the guns, you know, it's a YouTube policy. Stupid policy, right? But it is what it is. So what I'm gonna be using is this laser right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Bam. All right. So when I am pointing to the parts, I'm gonna be using this green light. All right. Yep. That's some of my gear. I pull everything out of my guns, my arms room, just to, you know, for demonstration. It's not everything, but most of the things are here. I don't have a lot of space in the floor to demonstrate everything. I just want to put out, if you're gonna start asking for questions about buying firearms, I'm not selling firearms, okay? This is just a live video just to demonstrate my guns and just talk a little bit about them. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel, okay? Support, like I support everybody else. There you go. That's one of my favorite right there. That's a Saiga copy right there. That's a Lynx 12. This thing is awesome, all right? And only cost me like $400. All right, I know it's not in the market anymore for sale, but I got one before they stopped selling this gun. All right, that's a Remington A70 with a bunch of 12 gauge attached. Benelli, that's a Benelli right there. Benelli Supernova, 12 gauge. Classic Bostock. And that's one of my favorite right there. That's a Beretta A300. That's actually my one of my Honda Defense weapons. One of them. Okay. That's a crank right there. That's American-made crank that was from Texas Armory when they were in business. They're not in business anymore. Paint this thing in and out, inside and out, on gray with Duracoat, and that thing came out sweet, man, sweet. I'm not doing a lot of modifications to that one. You know, I just want to keep it simple. Sometimes you know, simple things looks better, and we're gonna be talking about that one later. As soon as everybody start, you know, showing up to the live. Hey, what's good? What's going on, Mohammed? Mohammed AQ. All right, AQ. How you doing? I see a lot of messages that say message retracted. I don't know why, but let me scroll down. Raul Serret. Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks. Rascal. That's some of my knives right there. I have a couple of Gerbers, automatic, and Benchmade. Not a lot, though, but you know, that's some of my carry pocket knives. A couple of combat knives, army knife. That's my P226. It's a SAR 9, man. That's one of the best guns. Do you have any problems with red dot flying off any 10 millimeters? No, but I'm about to test that probably in like 2 weeks when I get my crease back. Yeah, I'm getting a crease back to 6.5 inches barrel, 10 millimeters. But that's my only one 10 millimeter right there. It's a Rock Island double stack. I believe it's a 16 round magazine plus 3 or 4. It's like 20 rounds in the magazine. But no, that's the only 10 millimeters that I have, Darius. Any questions, just ask, okay? It's a 10 millimeter, man. It's a powerful gun. It's a hot round. Maybe if you change the recoil spring, it's gonna help you out a little bit. What how many pounds you running on the recoil spring on that 10 millimeter Smith & Wesson? Yeah, the Beretta, the APX. Yeah, it's a good looking gun. I don't know why this gun is not that famous. You know, this is one of the guns that compete on the Army tryouts for after the Beretta, the old Beretta, the SIG, and the Glock 19X. But this gun is sweet, man. APX, they're not expensive. You can get probably this APX right there. That's the combat model with a threaded barrel and optic ready. Probably for like 400 something dollars if you look around. Brand new. It comes with, I believe, comes with one 117 round and one plus 17 plus 4, so one 21 rounds. Comes with 2 magazines. If I'm recording well, it's an excellent trigger too. You know, that gun is it's just like the P320. It's a Mauser gun. Yeah, there's that 10 millimeter. It's an excellent round. I'm looking forward to get to purchase more. I'm looking to get a 10 millimeter gun, a Glock, but also like I said, I have one coming up, which is the Chris 10 millimeter. Well, coming back to the Beretta APX, you can change the grips just like the P320. This one came up all black, so I got the Coyote grip and mix it with the black back strap. But it's an excellent gun. It's an excellent gun. Excellent shooting gun too. Yeah, nice. I have a Vortex Venom on it. It's not that expensive of optic, but you know Venom. I mean Vortex is good. You know, and their warranty is excellent too. You know. You know, one of the guns that I like a lot is the CCs. So here I have a CC Shadow 2. I don't know. I'm thinking about, you know, get that slide mill and put a red dot sight on it. But my SP01 is just gonna stay like that. I love this gun. There's no need for me to put a red dot on it. It's nice how it's looking. Here, I have another CC right there. That's a CC P10F. That's the long grip. It's a full size, and it comes with a 19 round magazine. 19 round. That's how long is the grip. It's an excellent gun. You can buy that for ship to for maybe like $500. And the three gun is excellent too. I would like to demonstrate it, but you know I can't touch the freaking gun. There you go. Ruger P89. 226. 226. All right. So this one is a 229, but this one is the DAC model, so it doesn't have the decoder. But I changed a bunch of internals. The trigger is lightweight right now. I bought this one from, it's a law enforcement trade. It was all black, and I decided to customize a lot of the parts, and it came out pretty good. This one is chambered on 357 SIG, and also you can throw a 40 Smith & Wesson barrel on it, and it will work with the same magazines and everything. You don't have to change nothing on it. Just throw a 40 Smith & Wesson. That is made for the 357 slide. There you go. That's a FN509. That's the mid-size with an extended magazine. I do have all the magazines for it with a PID from Holosun, and the RX35, which is an excellent red dot sight. Very clear red dot, green dot, and glass also. Yeah, I love the CCP10F too. Well, it comes in different sizes, the compact size and the mid size. Factory spring that came with the 17 pounds. Okay, you can go higher on the spring. Probably put like this is for Darius for the 10 millimeter. Probably put on a 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter pounds. A 20 pounds spring on the 10 millimeter will help you out a little bit. It will reduce the impact on the slide after the detonation. But it will be the same thing, either it's gonna be light and the slide is gonna strike to the rear, or it's gonna be heavier, the spring, and the slide is gonna strike harder to the front when it comes back to battery. So, you can't, maybe, just find some good screws for it. Yeah, guys, thank you. Hit that like button and please subscribe. Please subscribe. Now, I'm I've been looking for a while. It's a not bits given. Okay, so I've been looking for a while for a Walther too. I love Walters, but I haven't got. Every time I'm probably looking for a Walther, end up buying something else. Yeah, but Walters are nice pistols. AK-47, KS-47. Okay. Yeah. So the only one that I have right now, AK style, is that crank. Let me see if I can get a light real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna put the phone down. Now, I think this works pretty good. Okay, so that's from Texas Armory, and that's my only AK style rifle, and I love it. I love it. I'm thinking about putting a piston to reduce the recoil on it. I still got to get the measurements. I got my eyes on the piston already. But like I said, I have a couple of guns coming up, and they are you guys gonna be the first one. If you guys stay connected and subscribe to my channel, you guys are gonna be the first one actually seeing those guns. All right, there you go. But this one's sweet. I still haven't decided which. I'm looking for the iron sights. I remove the iron sights, so I'm gonna put brand new iron sights on it. But still looking for good ones. And as right now, I had that SB tactical. I think it's a SB83, but I'm thinking on a foldable triangle brace to make it look better. But for now, that works. And this one right here, this is a cheap project, not expensive. I have a SB85 brace on it, which looks pretty good with this AR style. It's a side charging handle, 7.62 by 39. So a couple of things that I bought this upper receiver from Bird Creek, very cheap. I think I paid like $200, something like that. But one of the things that I did is to change. Well, I took everything apart. One, because some of the screws were loose when I received it. So I took everything apart to inspect it, and put some thread lock and make sure everything is good to go. And also the bolt, I changed the bolt. I think I can't rack the gun right now, but it's a nickel boron bolt for the 7.62, and I put a titanium enhanced firing pin on it. This thing shoots like a dream. Yeah, it shoots pretty good. Also, I have a H2 buffer spring on it, so it's very quiet too. Yeah, chamber 7.62 by 39. Also, I'm rocking a Viridian. That's a 2000 lumens light. And I also have the same light on my CC Scorpion. But this one doesn't have the laser. This one does. It's a badass. It's this light. I love this light. One because you don't have to have a lot of shit in your gun. You just have because it's a pistol. You can have the angle grip and the light in the same package, so you don't have to run cables or nothing else. And it's also rechargeable. It comes with a battery pack and everything. Really good. You can check out my review on it. Okay. Later on, you wanna. What is my favorite? As right now, my favorite gun. Okay, it's crazy. So every time I'm going out, I end up. Excuse me, guys. Okay, I just had a knee surgery and a total knee replacement like 2 weeks ago, and I started walking a little bit around the house. So my favorite carry gun. That's why you win. Okay, my favorite carry gun is either the 19 MOS or this one right here, the 48 MOS. Okay, obviously it's gonna be without the stand though. The extended magazine is just for just to show you guys, right? But they will not be carried with extended. That's gonna be a spare magazine. Okay, but the 48 is very slim, and also you get the same size as the 19, right? And you get a little bit more barrel length. I think this one for me is better than the 43X. Yeah, you get a little bit more barrel. There you go. So I'm trying to, to like my 19X. I like it, but I believe this is a perfect size for me to carry. And this is what I've been carrying for a while. Even I have more guns. I stick with the 19. There's nothing changed inside. All the internals are from factory. And, that's one of my recommendations, If you carry a gun, make sure, nothing inside the gun is changed. Everything is from factory, especially a Glock, because they are known for being reliable. Muhammad, what's going on? From Pakistan. Salute. Yeah, welcome to my channel. The Echelon better than my full-size Glock? Yeah, maybe. I don't own one, but I believe you. I believe you. You're high? Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. Enjoy it. This is a collection. Yeah, I mean, this is the collection, it's growing. I know some of you guys have more than this, but still growing, I have 2 more on the way, and it's growing. Dowdy Valenzuela. No, man. Like I say, I'm not selling anything. This is just for entertainment purposes, not for sale. Okay. Purchase every single one of these guns legally. Okay. So they're not for sale. It's just for entertainment to show you guys. Okay. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe please, to support my channel. I'm thinking on getting a Canic TTI Combat. Oh yeah, you can't get wrong with the Canics, man. Canics are badass. Yeah, that's one of the underrated guns in the market. Those guns are really nice, really nice. You know, one of my first, actually, before I owned a Glock, right? This is for Joyce. This is one of my first guns. Okay, I went to purchase a Glock. I was gonna buy it 17, either a 17 or a 19, and actually I was gonna buy two 19s and one for my son as a gift. And I end up buying, instead of buying the Glock for me, I end up walking out of the store with a Canic SFX. You know, this is one of the first, if not the first, nice gun that Canic released. Yeah, I did a lot of modifications on that gun. Trigger, internals. It's a lightweight trigger. Have barely any take up or reset. So it's nice. Has some Taylor fillings. It's equipped with Taylor fillings. Magwell extended 10 rounds. Extended. That's 27 rounds, and a charging handle. I still rocking the old Vortex Venom. It's a classic. I just gonna leave it like that, never change. So there you go. But Canics are good, man. And those that TTI Combat, oof, that's a nice, really nice gun. What's a good Juju 12124? What's a good beginner gun? Okay. My recommendation: any gun is better than no gun. Okay, but let's say there's a couple of guns that you can purchase. It depends on your budget. Okay, but if you're looking for under $500, now is the time. Before these 19s, the price start going up. But you can get a 19, you can get a 43X, you can get a 48, or you can get a SAR-9 for, right now you can find a SAR-9 for $200, and that's an excellent gun. Or you can buy a Taurus G2. It depends on the price. But if you're gonna buy a Taurus, I recommend to get a SAR-9, way better than the Taurus. I do have, I had a Taurus which I modified to, and give it to my daughter for birthday, for her birthday, 18th birthday, my 21. And it's still in the family. She still own it. And my wife also have a G2. The G3 I gave it to my daughter, and the G2 to my wife. Yeah. But I recommend Glock, right? If you looking for a good starting firearm as a everyday concealed carry for your own defense, a Glock, and if you're gonna buy a Glock, make sure you save a little bit more and get the MOS with the slide mill already to put a red dot sight. You can still use it with the other red dot sight, but if you in the future wanted to do some upgrades, either you're gonna have to get the slide mill, or you can just remove the cap and put a red dot sight on it. So I recommend just to get the MOS version, right? Plus most of the guns on these days are coming optic ready. Mohammed does. Okay, Mohammed. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm American. I've been here forever, but I'm from Puerto Rico. Yeah, the Rival S TTI Combat. That's a badass gun, man. That's a badass gun. Joey just got one. Let me see. Show your SBRs. I don't own any SBRs. All right, I don't own SBRs, and I'm gonna give you a reason, a valid reason for it. I believe that that rule is very stupid. It's an NFA item. It's really stupid, really stupid. All right. I'm not gonna give out my information other than the information that I already gave to the government just to purchase the gun initially. Okay. So there's no reason for me to give more information just to put a freaking boss stock on a gun, a plastic. So if you if you're talking about similar SBR, that will be any of this, okay? Any of those, and they all have braces and angle grips. All right. You cannot put if it's a if it's a pistol, you cannot put a vertical grip or a boss stock on it. I mean, you can, but it's a 10 years jail time. All right. And I ain't going to jail for a piece of plastic. There you go. Another reason why is because being a pistol have more benefits. Benefits to carry the gun, and to take it out of the state. If you get an SBR, if you're gonna move from one state to another, you have to notify them of that you move into another state. But that SBR is gonna stay in that state. Okay, you cannot go travel with that short barrel rifle. Just a lock for the ATF. Yeah, I know. My katana. It's not a katana, man, but it's a decent sword. It's solid. I like it. It's very sharp, but it's not a katana. Okay, I wish it was a katana, but it's nice. It will cut somebody's heads off. It will. It's heavy. Uh, yep, I believe you. I believe you, Mr. Grail. The DTI Combat. Yes. Like I say, Canics are really nice guns. Really nice guns. And they know it because the prices are going up. Galil. No. No. So my next two guns are gonna be, like I said, a Chris Vector 10 millimeters and a Mag 5. So it's gonna be pretty much an exact copy of the HK, SP5, 9 millimeters, but without the price tag of $3,000. Okay, so pretty much it's the same gun, same parts, same everything, but without the $3,000 tag. So that's gonna be my next two guns, the Chris and the Mach 5. The other ones that I have in the list is a P90 and what is it? M1A, Springfield M18 7.52 NATO and 308. That's one of my next guns in the list after the two that I just mentioned. What other Canic will you get, bro? Okay, so I have a TP9 lid right there. Have a small Olight on it, and a Romeo. I think it's a Romeo Zero with a shield, but that's about it. That's a TP9 lid SC super compact. Okay, that's a 12 round. I do have the other magazines for it. This is just for demonstration purposes, but this one had the extended plus 10 right now. So you can get that plus 10 from Taylor Freelands. And also I have a back strap from Taylor Freelands. I got the red one at the beginning. I regret a little bit. I said that I was gonna change it for a gray one, but I haven't got to it yet. But it doesn't look bad. But that's about it. It's an excellent gun. Excellent gun. The trigger is really nice, really nice. Like I say, Canics are great guns. Where do you live? We can't have the firearms in New York. I know, man. I know. No. New York is a really nice state, but it's so fucked up. They don't support Second Amendment or the citizens. You know, I live in Florida. Yeah, I live in Florida. What's up, man? Return to the clock. Yes. What's up? What's going on? Dub collection. Thank you. Thank you. It's growing little by little. All right. You go back on my channel. I started with a couple of guns, and it's been growing. All right. But remember, it's not about buying guns. It's also about, you know, modifying each gun. All right. It takes time and effort, obviously, right? Because you have to get the money to purchase the parts. I'm not rich. So there's rent, car payments, insurance, and all the stuff that had to come first. But, you know, we do what we can. And little by little, you know, it's showing up. But thank you. Forearm. What about the forearm, Sean Roberts? What about the Canic lineup? What about it? Can I have a Canic twin, please? I want one. Well, I got in the store. Tell me about your katana. What I'm gonna say, man? It's sharp. It's sharp. It's not a katana. It's not a katana, okay? Katanas are expensive, but it's sharp. Looks nice. I'm just now getting into guns at 41. Nice collection. You're young, man. You're super young. 41. That's young age, okay? That is young. You're still young. So you're in a good age. 41. Congratulations. If you're getting into guns right now, take your time. Don't buy like crazy, okay? Sometimes we go like to the gun store like kids in a candy store, all right? Do your research first, and then decide which one you are going to buy, okay? Have the gun that you're gonna purchase in mind, you know, before you go to the store. That's my advice, okay? That way you don't have to be back and forward buying, selling guns, or trading guns. Me, I don't sell guns. I just buy them and keep them, okay? I just purchased a Springfield Armory Saint AR. Yeah, I hear good things about it too. Along with Echelon 9mm and Armory XD and two 40 calibers. Nice, nice. That's a big purchase, man. That's a big purchase. Congratulations. Why do you have so many fake guns? Oh, man. Fake guns. Yeah, okay. Next Ion 15 T10 L6. Okay. Okay. Tomahawk. Alright, I guess you know about swords, man. I don't know too much. That's my only sword right there. And, pocket knives and knives. Uh, Diamondback. Yeah, I heard decent stuff about the Diamondback. So yeah, I guess it's decent. Yes. If you had to pick two firearms to survive, with what will you choose? Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. All right, because I know the AK will run. Will run in anything, mud, water. It's gonna be hard to destroy that gun. The ARs, they're reliable, but they you have to give them more maintenance than the AK-47. Okay, the good thing about the AR is that you can get a multi-cal. You can get one lower. All right, let's say we're in at that time, she hit the fan, and we are scavenger. We're scavenger out there. Um, I think the AR is a good platform, right? It depends. You don't have to carry three ARs. Probably, the most used calibers, right? So I would say AK 7.62 by 39. If you have a good dedicated upper receiver that works with reliable magazines and an upper receiver for 223.556, that's a good combo right there. You can swap, you know, um, uppers and have two calibers, with whatever is available out there. All right. So I would like to have the AK, but I think the AR, have more capabilities out there in calibers if you keep the upper receiver separate in a backpack or something. Pistols, um, I would gonna have to stick with my Glock 19X. Okay, and shit hit the fan, the 19X, and you say three guns, right? Either as much as as I like that Beretta right there, the A300 semi-auto, I will go to with a pump shotgun, all right, because it's more reliable. There's less mechanical malfunctions on the pump action than the semi-automatic shotgun. So I will go with a 12 gauge, either one of uh, either my Remington 870 or my Benelli Supernova pump action. Yeah, there you go. So two upper receivers, 5.56, in the same configuration, same lower receiver and 223, and a 7.62, Glock 19, and a pump action. Those three. If you have to pick two to survive, with what will you choose? Oh, I guess it's the same one. It's not three, it's two. I don't know, man. Two is hard. I will go with one of the ARs, probably a 223.556, and a pistol, a 19X. What SCAR 9 model is that? SCAR? I don't have a SCAR, man. I don't have a SCAR here. Oh, those are ARs. So no SCAR. That's a bullpup over there. Yes, Diamondback is great for the body. That's right. Yeah, CC is also awesome. Yeah, CCs are badass, man. Are badass. Let me show you guys my CC Scorpion. Ugh. Yeah. All right. There you go. That's my CC Scorpion. I got this one from factory, right? And I did a couple of modifications. I got a Nexus complete bolt and upper receiver for Nexus 2. They're both made of aluminum. So this is a delay blowback. Hold on, one second. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to walk through these guns. Oops, knocked one out already. All right. Let me point it with this because I can't touch this. So that's a Nexus bolt right there. Excellent bolt. You can get that for $400. And then the set right here, I believe is like $350 for both sides. This is a serialized part, so you have to receive it on a FFL. And a trigger. I got that from HB Industries. And a Holosun, what is it? AEMS core, green light. This one is not the solar one. Yeah, I like that one. I don't see me, getting the solid one for what. And I have the regular SB tactical brace. I was gonna change that brace, but no, it looks good with it. There's no need for it. And I'm rocking in the front a cookie cutter, a mini cookie cutter from Strike Industries. I got 2 charging handles, one extended on the left side from Strike Industries, and a short one just in case that one, get messed up. And also I have a Viridian. This one is a 4K or 2K lock, something like that. I have a laser and a 2000 lumen, and it's rechargeable. Okay, I got an Apex grip on it, and this gun is ready to go. So this gun is I decided to go with this upper receiver, right? Because this is a delay blowback, right? So here, where you see these 2 screws right here, right? There's like a little bowl on the other side. So it's like a bearing, okay? It's like a bearing where the bolt runs in that little pellet. It's like a bearing with a spring. What it does is delay, the back and forward, and it runs very good. And also, this bolt from factory comes with 2 springs in the back. I mean, with 1, and this one comes with 2. So the recoil is way less than the factory recoil. So this gun is very decent when you shoot it. Okay. And I also have a 300 black out here, a 5-inch barrel, and it have all the blows and whistles inside. I have a JP spring inside, capture spring. It's nice. It's nice. It's not, the recoil is very good too. All my ARs have the also the H2 silent spring. Is it good for home defense? Bobby Gavar, I probably missed your first one. Yeah, great for home defense. That's right. The CCs. It is. It is. This is one of my favorite for home defense right here. The CC P10F, right? You have a lot of capacity on the magazine. You have a 19. Actually, I have a 19 +5 magazine. It's not in the gun right now. This one is a +5, +2. So it's a 20 rounds right there. And it have a full grip, The recoil in this gun is excellent. It's a nice shooting gun, the CCP-10F, especially if you have big hands. So yes, that's one of my favorite for home defense. Do you have Miguel? Real nice collection. Thank you, Miguel. Uh, MB Ape. Do you have Browning high power? No, I do not have a Browning high power. But I want one of my next gun that I want is a M1A, 7 point, the Socom version, which is a 7.62 by 51 NATO or 308. That's one of my next ones on the list after the two that I'm receiving. Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I'm just gonna ask, please, if you have the chance, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. Thank you. Thanks in advance. I love my 300 Remington Ultra Mag. Nice. Can I have a gun? Yes, you can have all the guns you want. All you have to do is go to the store and purchase them. No, I don't. I don't own a Browning high power pistol. This is the only pistol that I have. Actually, a 1911 45 and a 10 millimeter. Where is that 10? Right there. Also, that 10 millimeter right there have a lot of modifications. I wish I can, show you guys right now on right now, but I can't. But if you have the chance, go to my channel and you will see all the modifications that I did on that Rock Island. And it's butter. It's butter. It's like butter, man. It's sweet. That I changed the spring, changed off a bunch of internal ones, parts, and it's sweet. Chose a primary and a secondary. Oof. Yeah, I will have to go with the Glock 19X and the AR 23556. No, man. I don't own any revolvers. I've been contemplating for a while, trying to, not trying, not gonna lie, but every time I wanted to buy a revolver, I got something else. I got something else. But yes, it's in my mind, it's in my list to have, to purchase a revolver. I must have a revolver in my collection. I'm not a 1911 fan, right? But I got that Kimber right there, just to have one 1911 on my collection. And just like the revolver, I have to get one too. When I got surgery, they asked me if we had guns, and I say yes, but I don't know how to open the case. Okay. Why they ask you if you had guns when you had surgery? If you can answer the question. I had a Springfield St. Victor, and it was a dumpster fire, but my brother has one. It has been great. Yes, man. You got that lemon. That's what it is. Sometimes you get that gun that is coming back from factory. Can you pop one off? Of course not. Diabolo. Okay. Best budget AR lower. I would say the best budget AR lower is the Anderson. I mean, not Anderson. Out of precision. Shit hit the fan. Good 12 gauge AR-10, 45 ACP, and .300 Ultra Mag. Yeah, nice, nice. Well, she hit the fan. I tried to take them all. I had cases, I had Pelican cases, and backpacks where I can fit all of them. So waterproof bags. I'm trying to take all. She hit the fan. Plus my wife and my daughter are gonna carry a couple too. Springfield. No, I don't own a Springfield, but I want one, and it's gonna be the M1A Suckham, and that's my one of my dream guns. Looks like cleaning there at the house. I'm a house. Okay. MB8, say hi. What's going on, man? How you doing? 12 gauge and AR-10 for she hit the fan, I guess. Yes. For all defense, I do have that A300, the Beretta A300, and I have right there the Scorpion. That's my two room guns right there, 12 gauge, 9 millimeter, and a pistol, either one of the Glocks or the CCP-10F. Do you have any suppress? No, I don't have any suppress. That's what I'm looking for to get in the future. Now, coming up January, where when you don't have to pay for the $200 stack stamp, I believe that $200, give it $200 for the government. It's a big move from the government. At least we're gonna get that away coming up January. I'm not sure if it's a thing already, but I read that in January you're gonna be able to purchase a suppressor without paying the $200 tax stamp. So the guns that I want to get suppressed, right? One of the guns that I want to get suppressed is that, no, right there. This is a Scorpion. I'm looking to get a shorter barrel to get the suppressor run inside the handguard. That's one of the guns that I want to get suppressed. And I have a Chris Vector that I order. I haven't received it yet. I'm waiting for confirmation to go pick it up. And it's a 6.5 inches barrel. I want to suppress that one. Other than that, I don't I don't think anything else. If I can use that 9 millimeter suppressor for all the other guns, the 9 millimeters, I'm gonna use also for probably the Glock and the ones that I have threaded barrel. I have a CC Brand 2 carbine. It's amazing. Yes, I believe so. I believe it. The CC Scorpion is nice from factory, right? My CC Scorpion, I didn't have to do none of those modifications, right? But it's like any gun that you have that you want to enhance a gun and make it better. For example, you buy an AR, right, from factory, and you end up putting a lot of money. You know, you want to upgrade the handguard, unless you're buying like a Daniel Defense or something like that. But if you're buying something off the shelf, you want to upgrade things on it, right? The grip. Sometimes you want to get a nickel chrome or a better BCG you upgrade the BCG. So that's the thing. That's the same thing that I did with my CC Scorpion. I upgrade the parts that I think are gonna make the gun better and with less recoil or more effective. Okay. One of the things that I hear about this gun, I know, probably because some guys are putting, FR3 triggers and, going fast shooting with this gun made of plastic, all right? Because this upper receiver from factory is made of plastic, and that's one of the things that I didn't like about that gun. I don't mind to have the lower made of polymer, but the upper receiver made of plastic, that was a boomer for me. That's what I replaced that upper receiver. All right, but it was a fantastic gun from factory. I didn't have to change none of that. But for me to have a peace of mind, I did all that on that CC Scorpion. I want a CC10. Nice. Nice. I'm currently working on a AF5 build. Might sound ignorant, but I don't know what is that. I'm going to look for it. Hey guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up to support the channel and subscribe to the channel, please. What's the riser on the CC? This one? On the CC Scorpion? It comes with the Holosun from factory. Suppressor for the 300 Blackout. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. I mean, if that's what you mean, the 300 Blackout. That's a nice caliber to suppress the 300 Blackout. Have you ever home defense before? Which one is the best for home defense? Like I said, for me, will be the semi-automatic shotgun. That's a fast and rapid firing shotgun. It's not a pump action, it's a semi-automatic. So every time you press the trigger, it's super fast. That A300, I know the 1301 is better than this one, but it's very similar, but better price, pretty much, for the A300. So I think this one loaded with defense ammunition, which I have it loaded right now with, I think it's a Winchester, slugs, and double all buckshots. Okay, so it has one buckshot followed by, not one buckshot, one slug at the beginning, and then follow it by 3 00 buckshots. Okay, so 1 round, you're done. Okay, imagine all of those, one after the other one. Okay, but if that doesn't get that perpetrator killed, then I got that one, which is super fast too. 35 rounds of 9mm or pistol. All right, but 300 Blackout is a very recommended for home defense too, ammunition. It's a heavy bullet for close combat distance, which is a 3. This one is pretty much the 223-556 shell with a 30 caliber, .30 caliber bullet. Okay, so it's a mix of the AK caliber with the AR-15 caliber. All right, so 300 Blackout is a badass round for home defense. Okay, have a 30 caliber bullet that will fuck you up. Yeah. Betty Arsenal, my friend, thank you. It's growing little by little. My .300, I have a Dead Air Nomad TI. Nice, nice. On my AR-10, I have a Dead Air Sandman L. Badass. AR-10, man. It's a powerful round. Yep. I want to get that M1A, man. That M1A is still stuck in my head. So, but if when I receive the Chris Vector, I'm gonna give it a chance. One of the things I'm buying that gun because it's always been in my mind to get that gun, the Chris Vector, and because of the recoil system that it has, and now that they have the 10 millimeter, man, that's badass. That right there is a good home defense gun, combined with a suppressor. You know, you have low recoil in a short firearm pistol configuration with a can and a red dot and light. That's 10 millimeter. That's great for home defense. So I'm looking forward for that. All right. Yes. Fucking people, are you going to war or something? Man, you never know. You never know, man. You never know. Hopefully, we'll never get to that. All right. But are you ready? Are you ready for that? It's better be ready than not be ready. All right. That's all I'm saying. Donate them to charity. Oh, man. Okay. This is stupid. All right. What wrong with exercising the Second Amendment right? Right? Some people like cars. Some people like Pokemon cards. Some people like knives. Some people like other stuff. I like guns. I like cars too, but I like guns. Can you get a full auto? Yes, you can get a full auto. Full auto isn't. It's not. They're expensive, but it's not something that is illegal. You can buy a full auto. It's a firearm channel. Yes, that's right. That's right. You're in the wrong place if you don't like guns. Well, no, actually, you're in the right place because you need to educate yourself about guns. Okay? Sometimes we hate something because we're ignorant and we don't know anything about it. Okay? Me, I spent 19 years in the military, so I know I've been around guns. I was an armor, and I've been shooting quite a few firearms, and that grew up on me. And there you go. I say, why not? And people want food. Motherfuckers showing guns to give out some food. Okay. Captain Ho, say hi. Hey, what's up, man? Can you send us to Saudi Arabia, pro? Pro. I don't know what that means. Sounds like polymers upper scare me. Uh, that's what I believe at the beginning. Um, oh yeah, I mean, my bad. You say uppers. Yes, they do scare me too. That's why I replaced that one right there. I put an aluminum one. Uh, it's why I don't like shooting my Omni 8 from ATA. I did have one Omni. I actually have. Actually, um, yes, yes. I don't want to talk crap. But I did own one, and it cracked. Fontucky, 100%. What food had this? Yep. I mean, you gotta work, man. Some people want some free shit. I work. I bust my ass since I was a kid. You know, nothing was given for free. Nothing was given for free. All right. I never left from. I mean, if you have the necessity to live from the government, at some point, hey, you have to do it. You have to do it. You know what I mean? But I try my best in my 52 years to not live for free. Okay, everything that I own, I have bust my ass for it. Okay, really bust my ass for it since I was a kid. So everything here is a result of my efforts. Okay, nothing has given to me for free. I had to purchase everything, every attachment, every single knife, and everything on this house. Okay, including food. So if you want to be a provider, have good stuff, you have to bust your ass. It's reinforced in some spot with aluminum. We're talking about the polymer AR, but having that explosion so close to my cheek with polymer is a little scary. Polymer lowers are fine. Yes, the lowers are fine, but the thing about the lower receiver, the polymer lower receiver, right? Let me walk slow, because like I said, I recently had surgery, a total knee replacement. So we're talking about the upper receiver, right? So the upper receiver here, if this is polymer, this is where the BCG rides and hold the barrel, okay? So there's a lot of pressure going back and forth, hitting that barrel, right? And going back and forward. When that bolt goes slam the round in the barrel, right? It's trying to separate that polymer from that barrel, right? So that's not good. Same with the lower receiver for this one, right? Because let's say this, especially for the AR, because for other guns having a lower receiver, like the CC Scorpion, it doesn't affect on nothing because it doesn't have any impact on it, right? But on the AR receiver, on the AR lower, you have impact from the buffer, right? When that buffer goes back, impact and go back and forward, and also holds everything, you know. But the most dangerous part is right here. That's where, you know, it can't crack. But I'm not too concerned about the lower receiver because, like you say, it's reinforced with aluminum inside. I still have mine lower receiver, and actually it was in that gun right there, in the AR-15, the burn bronze and FDE. But if you own one of those ATI, I recommend to change the upper receiver at least. The lower receiver is not bad, but the upper receiver, you must have the change the upper receiver, and it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not a hard thing to do. Okay, so fun talking live. How long have you been building your collection? Okay. Um, I would say not that long, not that long. I would say from 2005, probably like 7 or 8 years. Yes, 7 or 8 years. When I start buying more guns, all right. When I started buying more guns, obviously I haven't focused directly on guns only. You know, like I said, there's other things in life, right? Like owning a house, a car, you know, put food in the refrigerator, um, and feed the mouths of the ones that you love. So that comes first, and then this. So yes, it's about 7, 8 years I've been collecting guns. But I should be. Say good luck, my friend. Yes, good luck to you too. Um, Está valendo cuánto uma, I don't know. Rado Capa say hi, homie, asking to get robbed. Oh man, I don't know, bro. It's right here in the living room right now, man. But I have saves, cameras, and I have PTSD. I can't sleep, bro. you know. So, I mean, I pray for nobody to, pray for that soul to not cross the door for real. It's a bad combination, man. I have hot blood, Puerto Rican, and with all these guns, I don't know. It's gonna be a bad day, okay? Or maybe somebody take me down, but not without any effort. Tell me, you have no personality, then this message here, haha. Okay, yeah, I understand. Well, ficar, no. Thoughts on and the MP5 5.7. I think the M&P are great guns. So the MP5 M&P 5.7 will be no different, right? It should be a nice, really nice gun. Guns fake. Well, if you think they're fake, man. What can I say? It's a free country. MMP 5.7, I believe I don't own one. I own a Ruger, and my Ruger is excellent. Okay, nice collection. Thank you. Where that Chris Bex is coming, bro. You have to stay connected. You have to stay connected, bro. I'm gonna make a video on it. You have to subscribe to the channel, obviously, to see that video. If I put it live, I'm gonna show it in the live. But it will be better if you subscribe so you can see everything that I'm gonna put in the gun and the upgrades that I'm gonna be doing. Because all the upgrades are not gonna be done at once, obviously, because I'm not rich. But I'm gonna be doing upgrades on the gun, and I'm going to be doing videos about it. So stay connected, okay? What's your cartel? Load out, cartel. That's funny. Damn. I don't know. Because remember, I have a Mac 5 coming up and a Chris back. So let's see how that goes. You are crazy, man. No, I'm not crazy, bro. Bro, you have a damn nice collection. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I do have a little bit of accent. I'm Puerto Rican. So bear with me, okay? Gino Camp 20. Bro, you have a damn nice collection. All right, let me show you real quick, okay? Boom. All right, let me show you guys the guns. That's a Glock 17 in a Recover 2020. Those Recover 2020s are nice, okay? For a home defense, this is a nice setup right here, okay? You got the magazine holder in the front. You can put a light on the side. This one have a compensator and a red dot. And then you have the brace. Boom. Here you have a couple of Glocks. You have the 19 MOS. You have the 48 MOS. And then you have the 19X. This one is compensated. There you go. You have IWI Masada. This is an excellent gun too from IWI. I did the stippling myself. It came out pretty good. Ruger 5.7. There you go, man. For those 5.7 caliber lovers. Canic. There you go. 10 millimeters double stack. 45 Kimber. Lightweight stainless steel. I did a lot of modifications in this gun, in and out. I put a rail on it. Permanent rail. FM 501.
9. This is the mid size, so kind of like compact. And then you have a 229 right here, DAC, chambered in 357 SIG. I have a P320. This one is the X carry. Yes, it's not gonna shoot me. I put a safe on it. Um, if you wanna know how to do it, stay connected. Watch my videos. You can put a safe on your P320. So I put a safe. So now it's like an M17 or M18. Okay. I have still lowered um, on the gun. I think it's an ASG, some shit like that. Doing the Barrera APX Combat, and I have a couple of SIG here. CCs. Shadow 2. This one is the Combat Gray. I have a couple of Calhoun parts on it, so I did upgrade CC, and this is one of my favorites right here, the CC SP01 with a Holosun PID, and I have a couple of internals changed from Cajon website with a +5 from Taylor Freelance. I have another P320. This one have never sent back to get fixed. I do have plans to send it back, and I also put a safe on it. So just like this one, I'm gonna put a safe on this one. I chrome the slide, and this one is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. I have an upgraded SAR 9. I have a compensator, a bunch of internals have been changed, trigger, everything, which I can show you guys, but I have a bunch of videos in my channel, on how to do modifications on this gun, okay? So, there you go. Now, let's go show you guys my knives real quick. All right, guys, we are back. Apologize. I got involved talking about the guns, and I didn't look at my my battery, so phone died. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support my channel. Support the Second Amendment. So you can stay connected with my most recent videos and modifications. There's some good stuff coming up pretty soon, okay? And I want you guys to see it. In order to see it, right? So we don't lose connection. Please subscribe, okay? And hit that like button right there to help out my life, okay? A little bit of information. That's me presenting my gun collection. So if you want to see my channel, please click on my icon. It's Guns of Ross 777. I've been doing videos for quite a bit. I had guns collections talking about each of the guns, and I have reviews of a specific guns that I have in my collection, okay? So you want to know more, like the meat and potatoes of each gun and the modifications that I had done in the guns, check out my channel, subscribe on it, okay? And hit that bell button so you can get notifications when I place a new video or I come back on live, okay? That way, you know, oh, this guy is on live, let me check it out, you know? But yeah, sorry about that, okay? My battery died. That was stupid. All right. So I was gonna show you the guns, right? I don't know if the same guy's still on the line, but it's fucking. There you go. So I have a couple of knives in there. I don't even know if I can touch my knives on YouTube Live. I know firearms I'm not supposed to touch them, but knives, you know, I don't want them to take my live off. So that's a leg knife right there. I guess I can touch this. That's a Kydex holster for the knife. That's a scuba knife. I have a couple of knives, combat knives, Damascus, Army. This is a neck knife from CRKT. It's badass. You can hang it in your neck and conceal it really good. All right, guys, let me start over again because I don't know if I lost the guys that I have already. But if this is, say, just subscribe, mi amigo. Gracias, gracias. Hua, Rambo thing. All right, guys, I'm trying to get some light here in my living room. You know, quick view. Hey, please hit that subscribe button, please. That's some gear, some of my gear, not everything. That's a 12 gauge right there. That's a Saiga copy. It's a SDS Lynx 12. Man, that shit right there, it shoots like a dream, bro. Like a dream. Every time I go to the range, like outdoor range, with my friends, I take that one. They have a lot of fun with this one. No malfunctions at all. This thing is super reliable. Over there in the background, I have a Remington 870 with a Picatinny rail chassis, and I have a bunch of 12 gauge attached to it with a 12 gauge belt. So yeah, that's like a shit hit the fan thing right there. Belt across your chest, more rounds in your belt, and attachment 12 gauge right there. There's a pump action. There's a Benelli Supernova Tactical and a Beretta A300. Oh, that's a nice Beretta, bro. That's my Honda fence right there. So that's a crank up 7.62 by 39. The muzzle device on the side, or the compensator from SLR. And I have another AR right there, side charging handle, 7.62 by 39.
AR. I have a modified, uh, I call it Nexus size because I have Nexus upgrades. My CC Scorpion. And next to the CC Scorpion, is my 300 Blackout. Okay, that's my 300 Blackout. A shorter 5 inches barrel. I have a H2 buffer spring. Very silent. Very nice. And then here I have an old, this is a Panzer BP-12. This is one of my first shotguns after, well, I think I bought this one before in my Remington 870. And a modified 20 round magazine. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this gun when I got it at the beginning. And they sent me, Panzer USA sent me a couple of upgrades. And it's been super reliable. I don't know because it's in the bullpup configuration, but there's not a lot of kicking on this 12 gauge. All right, moving on here. I have another AR with a drum from Magpul. This one is a 5.56 and 223. Chambered in 5.56, 223. Right there behind that, I have a 308. That's a Mossberg Patriot Predator. It's chambered in 308. Bolt action. Following the Mossberg, I have another of my builds, mostly Magpul furniture. It's a 7.62 by 39. I did so much tweaking to this rifle that is on the spot now. So there's no malfunctions, okay? Nice rifle. Following up, I had another 300 Blackout, 16 inches barrel. There's no much in that gun. It's a lightweight rifle. I like it like that. There's not much on it. And it has a 16.5 handguard. So the handguard extends over the length of the barrel, so you guys can see the muzzle device is inside the barrel. Over there, next to it, I have, let me see if I can get an Aero Precision built AR-15, and it's mixed with FDE and burn bronze colors. That's my CC Scorpion, 7.62 crank. All right, let me go to the comments. Okay, says Funky Life. My plans is to change the upper on my ATI. Yes, please change that upper. That's a very cheap upgrade, and you're not gonna regret. The lower is fine because it has aluminum reinforcement inside. What is Are you a fan of FRTs? Was wanting to test in a Glock or AK pistol? So I look it up already. Like I say, for the Chris that is not here yet, but I want to put because what is a Chris? A semi-automatic Chris, right? There's no fun if it's not similar to full auto, right? So I want to put a FRT on on the Chris. So, but I'll look it up online, and it's out of stock. Still, you can put it in order, right? So I believe I'm going to do that. And for the Mac 5, okay? For the ARs, I don't have any FRTs. Like I say, it's it's okay for fun, just to take it to the range but um, other than that, I prefer control my shots with my finger. That's my opinion. But for fun, okay, of course, you have the selection. You can still, shoot semi-auto and select the FRT for rapid shots. Dope CC. Maybe you're talking about the CC Scorpion. You think something is about to happen where you will need to exercise your Second Amendment rights? Man, that's a anything can happen. GM vehicles guru. Okay, so in my opinion, yes, yes. And let me tell you something, guys. If I only knew when things are gonna happen, I will carry only at that time. But you never know when things are gonna happen. Okay, so you have to be ready 100%, lock and loaded. Okay. So even if I'm going to the gas station, even if I'm going to a Dollar General, even if I'm going to check my mail, even if I'm cleaning my car outside, all right, I do have a gun available, okay? Because you have to be ready. You're not expecting for something to happen to use your gun, but you are ready to defend your life or somebody that is in danger, okay? You're not a superhero to be, rescuing everybody out there. But obviously, if you are at Walmart with your family, doing your groceries, and some crazy MF, go in the store and start blasting, right? The first thing you're gonna do is pull out your tool, right, and aim to the head. That's what is gonna happen. Well, let me rephrase that. Torso and head, okay? Because you want to get the mass first. You're going to get it down. And then follow in shots. I will do 2 in the chest and 2 in the head. Sorry. It sounds cruel, but it is what it is. I don't want to get sued in court. But yes, with everything, all the changes right now in the government, and I think most of them are for good. I don't want to talk about politics, but I'm Republican. Okay, I'm Republican, and I agree with some stuff, and I don't agree with other stuff. You know, but you can't always agree to everything. All right, but overall, I think I agree with everything that is going on right now. I don't want to get in details, because some people have different mindsets, and here we're talking about guns, but it's related, right? With everything that is going on right now, there's things that can happen. Then, we can have looters, people running crazy in the streets. You see, not long time ago, the government was gonna shut down the EBT, right? And you see a lot of people, doing videos, getting crazy out there, saying that they were gonna steal the groceries from people, you know, out of the store, taking it to the car, or going to the store and start, taking stuff.
So if it's in the store, I don't mind. You can take every. I mean, none of that shit is mine. All right. I'm not gonna put my life in danger, you know, for somebody that is doing something wrong. All right. But you taking my food, that's something different, bro. That is something different. All right. I got I got souls to feed in the house. Okay. And I'm working hard to earn that money to buy those groceries. So yes, you're not gonna take my shit in the parking lot. All right. I think the water is a little bit clear right now because the funds were available, but that is hanging in the air right now. Okay. So imagine with little things like that, you know, canceling the EBT, people are start getting crazy. You know, imagine more, more than that. You know, so yes, you have to be ready 100%. Try to avoid the situations. You know what I mean? If something is going on like that, like people are going crazy to Walmart, make sure you do your groceries, you know, on time. You know, select some time of the day where you think, you know, not a lot of people are gonna be buying groceries, or do your stuff online and go pick it up at the parking lot. You know, try to avoid the situation. Don't get yourself in that position where you have to use a firearm. Since I have a gun on me, I always try to avoid a situation. Before I have a gun, shit, you tell me something, I will say, fuck you, motherfucker. I don't care. You know, I don't care. But the gun make you more responsible, believe it or not. Okay, having a gun, that tool on you, is not a toy, right? It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility with you and the others, all right? Because you can harm some people if you're not trained with it, or you can harm yourself or some loved ones, right? And plus, you don't want to get in a situation where you have to use a firearm, initiate something pretty much, okay? So yes, I agree with, but more, you have to be more specific about exercise the Second Amendment. You talking about the what I just talked about, or you talking about where the government is trying to disarm the citizens? That's my question for you. Nice collection, says Delano Valenzuela. Okay. Might have TA Yoink. Yeah. I think the more the where the Canic at? Okay. So where I go to the Canic, I think the more responsible citizens are the ones that are armed. Okay, that's the more responsible ones. Because having a gun is carrying. There you go. That's a Canic. That's the only two Canics that I have. I wish I had more, but I'm moving towards, you know, different firearms. Okay, I don't want to get stick with one. I know there's a TTI or, you know, different options out there right now, but I'm moving to the Chris and the Mac 5, and probably my next one on the list is gonna be the M1A Socom from Springfield, chambered in 7.52 NATO. We're not going to lose our right to be legally armed. Uh, I don't think so. Um, some some states are losing their rights already. Okay, you want to mention California, you want to mention New York, you want to mention New Jersey, you want to mention those high states out there, man, especially New York, man. That's a mafia over there. All right, the only ones that are armed is the people with money. All right, but the citizens don't have the same right. Okay, like they are less than somebody with money. Uh, what I carry on a daily. On a daily, uh, right there. 48 MOS. There's nothing done with it. All right, not with the extended. Extended is just for to show you guys how it looks with the extended extension. But that will be an extra magazine. It's gonna be a flush 15 round on the gun, or my 19. My 19 is my that's my shit right there, man. All right, all the internals are factory, nothing changed. All right, I have a Holosun that match the slide. The Holosun is nice. It's a solar, and I have the Holosun 500 lumens rechargeable or CR123, and that's the Holosun PID K. That's the newer version of the PID. Yeah, or my 19X. Those three right there. Those three. Most likely, it's gonna be the for now. This one was before. This one is now. Okay, my 19 is my shit. Right, that's my shit right there. My 48 is the newer because it's slimmer and it's an easier carry firearm. But most likely anything, right? But those are the ones. Uh, I got me a Canik TP9 SFX recently. Smith & Wesson, what I get, 12 gauge, semi-auto, 12 gauge. Yeah, man, you gotta have a 12 gauge. If this is your first shotgun, you must have a shotgun, man. That's a that's the sandblaster. That's gonna take the pain off the people that try to perpetrate in your house, man. The sandblaster will take the skin off. All right, yeah, that right there. That's my home defense. Semi-auto Beretta 1800. I mean, 8300. Do you have a CC Shadow 2 compact? No, I do not have one. I don't have a CC Shadow compact, but I do own a CC Shadow 2, the regular size. All right, that has some cajon parts, springs, and stuff inside changed already. And like I say, I don't know you were on the live before, but I'm thinking about mailing the slide just for that one. For the CCSP01, I just want to leave it as it is. Right? I love how this gun looks without any optic. It looks smooth, man. It looks smooth. For this one, I'm thinking I'm getting because this one is a better shooter. I'm thinking I'm getting an optic on it. Okay, but the CC Shadow 2 compact is nice. I'm being tempted to get one, but you know I had that one already. I'm moving towards different firearms since I already have pretty much the same concept. Very nice. I carry my SAR 9 CX. I slap a dot on it and I trust it with my life with. Yes. Same thing here, man. I have a SAR 9. This one starts as a SAR 9 without optic.
So I changed the slide, put a threader barrel, trigger, springs, and that's how it looks now. Now, man. SAR, SAR are super reliable guns. Super reliable guns. I never had a malfunction with that gun right there. All right, and I trust it to. What the biggest caliber pistol? The bigger caliber pistol. It depends. It depends. Bigger, I would say 45 or 10 millimeters. That's the two biggest right there. So I have 10 millimeters double stack Rock Island and a single stack Kimber 45. And also I have a 357 SIG P229. All right. Following up with a 40 Smith & Wesson P320. Roddy. The CC, it's a nice gun. It's heavy. It's heavy because it's a heavy gun. But being heavy help with the recoil. Okay, that gun, the CC, I'm not. I won't carry that gun. That will be just for shooting, right? Or probably home defense too. Is good. But it's a nice shooting gun. It's very accurate, and the recoil. But let me tell you, it's that gun is very accurate, and I think it's because the slide runs inside. It runs inside the lower. As you guys can see, you see the slide runs inside the lower. It's not like the regular pistol where the slide runs in the top of the lower. This one runs inside. And I think that make it more accurate. Okay? But it's a nice shooting gun. So nice that they compare it with the Staccato. Okay? There's a lot of videos comparing that gun with the Staccato. FNH. The only FN that I have right now is a 509. This one is a mid-size. I do have an extended magazine just to show you guys how it looks with the extended, but the 15 round just look flush with the grip. Okay? It's a nice gun. It has a nice trigger. Especially the one that comes with optic ready. That one comes with suppressor high sights. It doesn't come with threader barrel. I can just buy another threader barrel and put it on it. But it's for me, it's more like a carry gun, so I don't want to put too much stuff on it. And that RX-35 from Vidridian, man, they have a big window and they have an excellent window, clear, and the green dot is nice. Any Walters? No. I contemplated. I'm thinking about it too. Give me a couple of Walters. I love the look on the Walters, and I know they are very reliable too. So they are on my list. They are on my list. I just haven't had the chance to get one yet, because I have older guns on my list right now, which is the two common, which is the Chris 10 millimeter Chris Vector, and the Mag 5, which is the copy of the HK SP5. So pretty much the MP5. And I hear good things about the Mag 5, that is very reliable, and it's part by part the same shit as the HK, but $2,000 less. So Staccato, I don't know, man. I don't know about Staccato. You know, I'm not.
I'm not a fan of buying like supers. Well, staccato is not expensive. That's one thing, right? But I hear good things about staccato, but I don't know. It, it, I don't. It's not that I don't like it. It looks nice, but right now it's not on my list. So no, no staccatos for now. Can I pull like 3 rifles out of my GTA? I'm in Turkey now. Can I decide I will buy a gun for carry, Glock 19 or CC Shadow 2 compact? Uh, it depends. I believe the Shadow 2 compact is gonna be a heavier gun compared with the Glock. Obviously, the bolts are good. I think the Shadow is gonna be a super nice firearm, pistol, especially in the compact version, and it has the optics ready. Um, there's a difference in price. The Shadow 2 compact will cost you double as the 19, but for everyday carry, I will buy the CC Shadow 2, but for everyday carry, I will go with the 19, with the Glock 19. Glock 19 is 4K. 4K? 4K what? That's a lot of money. Oh man, that's not a lot of difference. So I will go with the Shadow 2. FN baby. Yeah, FN is nice. FN is nice. They're well-made firearms and very rubber. Very nice, very nice. Let me see how far I am. Okay. So it's recommended on Melody's Rambling 8470. An obnoxious amount of money in that floor. Beginner owners recommendations. Purpose non carry home defense. Home defense. Um, any pistol for home defense, but if you want to go for home defense, it depends, right? If you can handle a shotgun, I will go with a shotgun. If not, then I will go for something short, just like the AR-15. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna open the door for my daughter. All right, so I will go with that shorty right there for home defense, AR-15, 300 blackout. Um, not a lot of recoil, and you get the 30 caliber bullet impact. Okay. So yes, for home defense, if you want one firearm for home defense, I would recommend AR-15 300 blackout or any AK. It should be fine too, but then you get more recoil and more penetration. Okay, the 300 blackout, you get the same bullet as the AK-47, less penetration. Okay. What kind of lights is on that stainless steel Kimber? Oh, all right. So, if you guys can see
on the long slide, long rail, like full size guns, I'm using the TLR9, the string light. I think that one is a 1000 lumen, right? And it's a very, very nice light, right? It's less than $200, cheaper than the X300, and it's a very reliable light. It uses two CR123 batteries, and also you can use any rechargeable batteries too, CR123s. Same as the Canic, you see. I had the same light, the string light TLR9, and also I had the TLR9 on the other one that have a long slide too. So yes, TLR9, that's a nice, nice, nice light. You can't get it wrong with that light. Okay. I recommend that PPK, my bro, used to have one pimp out for competition, flattest shooting, and shoot so fast to dump. Nice. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day. You too. Have a nice day too. For a small gun, what about it? Face mask. What about for a small gun? You have 3 seconds to grab a random handgun, and I will bid. That goes. Yes, it's nice. It's a nice light. Yes, the string light TLR9 is a nice, nice light. It's not as expensive as a 300 at the Surefire X300, right? Any Surefire X300 is gonna cost you more than $300. Okay, um, but you get about the same light as the X300. Okay, top. No, you're talking about the top over there. No. Uh, what is the TLR9 price? When I bought it, it was around $140, but I think now it's like 160. I mean, everything is going up on price, you know. But you can probably go to Optics Planets. They always have like 12, 10, 12, 15% discounts, coupons, and you can get that discount. And anything over $50 will be free shipping in Optic Planets. I always get my stuff from Optic Planets, right? Unless I find a breaking deal, that's gonna be super cheap. Euro Optics have some good stuff too. But that's about it. I get everything from Optic Planets or Euro Optics. Anything expensive? Anything expensive? I'm not an expensive guy. I'm not an expensive guy. Um, I mean, I call something expensive $5,000 pistol. There's pistols that cost six, seven, $8,000. I don't have that. Okay, I'm a budget guy. You know, like I said, I have other bills and a family to sustain. So this is all I have. It's up to you to say what is expensive here, or if everything is cheap for you, it's cheap. That's your opinion. Or AR wise, um, I'm not a professional shooter, so I'm not I'm not trying to be smart ass, okay? First, I'm trying to, to tell you what I have and the reason why I have this. So, my guns, I don't know the price. I had to, see how much costs everything, part by part. But expensive? No. Something like Daniel Defense or something like that, that is not expensive, but over the budget. I don't have that, But I do have, my ARs are better reliable. Okay, I had done the tweakings and adjustings on the ARs, and they are shooting just fine. Okay, from the buffer springs, I changed all that for the piston types. Some of them have a JP piston on it, on the buffer spring. Some of them have the H2. Barrels are nice. They're not that expensive, but they are in the budget. Not cheap, but mid-range price. Low receivers. I do have some cheap as an Anderson, and I have some that are like Spike Tactical and Aero Precision. But that's what I have right there. You don't have to spend a lot of money building an AR, pretty much. Okay. You want to buy top of the line, that's on you. But to get a reliable gun, you don't have to buy everything expensive. MCX, yeah, they're nice. They're nice, expensive. Everything's SIG, like the Rado, they're expensive. I was looking into it, and one was like $3,000. And I was like, if I'm gonna spend $3,000 in a SIG AR type, I buy me better the M1A from Springfield, the SOCOM version, Chamber 308, 752 NATO. That's, you know, that's the balance that I see right there. When I go purchase something, I'm like, why am I gonna spend this much money on this when I can get this that is probably way better than this? Okay, so not for me, not everything is about brand. It's about, you know, the type of gun that I'm looking for. Everybody have a different opinion on guns. Oh yeah, the 17. Yeah, I was looking on one too. I was looking on the AAF's website for the military, and it's about $5,000 for a freaking SCAR. So they're expensive. I mean, that's one of the guns that I would like to have, the FN SCAR, for real. 2011, bro. What 2011 don't have? 2011. All right. I don't have a 2011. I have a 1911, but it's just like 2011. It's a double stack. There you go. It's not a staccato, but it shoots fine, very fine, and good. I wish I can show you how soft is the rack on that gun right now. It said yes, gun with and no price. No, that's like a 2011, but I'm with you, but the model is a 1911, but it should be a 2011 double stack. How much have you spent on guns? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do have a binder where I have pictures of every gun, serial numbers, all the attachments with prices and everything, like an inventory. But I don't know how much I do have in guns. But just keep it in mind. Everything for a gun, everything that is gun related is expensive. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of aluminum, all right? Well, let's say like that right there.